This is Steroid and Thyroid Hormone Action by Lucia, Bianca, Minu, Joanna, and Jacqueline. Once upon a time, I made a trip to visit my mom. While I was there, she made one of my favorite things for breakfast, French toast. Now, obviously, I can get French toast anywhere, but there's something special about my mom's recipe. I really missed her French toast, so I wondered if I could make it on my own. I asked mom if she could give me the recipe, and she got out her giant cookbook similar to DNA. She opened it to the right page and handed me a pen and a recipe card so I could copy the recipe, or mRNA, down. Once I got home, I took out the recipe card and made my own French toast, or a protein. I wasn't using my mom's giant cookbook, but it didn't matter. I still had the recipe copied word for word, and I made my breakfast taste just like mom's. The end. The story I just told you is actually similar to the story of how proteins are made. When a steroid or thyroid hormone attaches to a receptor, it triggers a response, such as making proteins. Steroid and thyroid hormones are both hydrophobic and react with intracellular receptors. Additionally, they also exert action by binding specific nucleotide sequences in the DNA of responsive genes. So that was the basic story of how DNA becomes protein. I'm sure you don't need to hear my French toast story again, but let's review the steps involved in the story. The process of transferring genetic information from DNA to RNA is called transcription, which would be copying the recipe. Then the RNA code is used as the instruction for building a chain of amino acids, and that process is called translation, which would be the ingredients. When amino acids join together to make a protein molecule, it's called protein synthesis. Each protein has its own set of instructions, which are encoded in sections of DNA called genes. So the overall story is, when a hormone attaches to a receptor, it triggers a response. Inside the nucleus of a cell, the genes in DNA are transcribed into RNA. Once RNA leaves the nucleus, it is translated in the cytoplasm, and the process of protein synthesis begins. The end result is a fully formed protein, just like my end result of a yummy French toast recipe.